Anxiety is a feeling of apprehension caused by the anticipation of danger, which may arise from internal or external sources. When approaching the differential diagnosis of anxiety, a useful strategy is to first lump patients according to the temporal pattern of symptoms and then split each group using the standard psychiatric diagnostic hierarchy. The first step is lumping. Patients can broadly be divided into two groups: episodic anxiety and chronic anxiety. Episodic anxiety refers to sudden, intense surges of fear or discrete periods of anxiety, often accompanied by autonomic symptoms. Chronic anxiety, in contrast, represents a persistent state of tension, worry, or apprehensive expectation that is present on most days. Once the temporal pattern is identified, we systematically split each group using the diagnostic hierarchy: organic causes, substance-induced causes, psychotic disorders, mood disorders, and finally neurotic or developmental conditions. Let us begin with episodic anxiety. Organic medical conditions can produce sudden anxiety attacks. Examples include pheochromocytoma with paroxysmal catecholamine release, hypoglycemia, paroxysmal tachyarrhythmias, and partial complex seizures. Substance-related causes are also important. Acute intoxication with stimulants such as caffeine, cocaine, or amphetamines, as well as withdrawal from alcohol or benzodiazepines, may present with panic-like episodes or severe agitation. Psychotic disorders can occasionally manifest with episodic anxiety. Anxiety may occur during the acute phase of brief psychotic disorder or in response to sudden command hallucinations and persecutory delusions in schizophrenia. Mood disorders may also produce paroxysmal anxiety. Manic episodes can present with extreme irritability and panic-like surges, while agitated depression may involve episodes of intense psychic distress and restlessness. Among neurotic and developmental disorders, panic disorder produces unexpected panic attacks, specific phobias are triggered by particular objects or situations, and separation anxiety disorder is triggered by separation from attachment figures. Now let us consider chronic anxiety. Organic causes of chronic anxiety include hyperthyroidism, hyperparathyroidism, chronic pulmonary disease, and chronic pain syndromes, all of which alter the baseline physiological state. Long-term substance use can also elevate baseline anxiety. Anxiety may occur during interdose intervals or persist because of chronic neurotoxic effects. In psychotic disorders, the prodromal phase of schizophrenia often includes years of non-specific anxiety, social withdrawal, and a sense of delusional mood before overt psychosis develops. Mood disorders frequently overlap with chronic anxiety. Generalized anxiety disorder commonly coexists with major depressive disorder because both share the dimension of negative affect. Other chronic mood conditions include dysthymia and cyclothymia. Among neurotic disorders, generalized anxiety disorder presents with persistent worry, obsessive-compulsive disorder with intrusive thoughts and compulsive behaviors, and somatization disorder with chronic physical symptoms. Developmental and personality factors may also contribute to lifelong anxiety. Avoidant, dependent, and obsessive-compulsive personality disorders are characterized by enduring patterns of anxiety and behavioral inhibition. Individuals with autism spectrum disorder may also experience chronic baseline anxiety related to environmental unpredictability. In clinical practice, always begin by identifying whether anxiety is episodic or chronic. Then systematically apply the diagnostic hierarchy. Organic and substance-related causes should always be excluded before diagnosing primary psychiatric disorders. This lumping and splitting approach helps prevent premature diagnostic closure and ensures a comprehensive and organized differential diagnosis of anxiety.